Pakistan in Glasgow. I've been here for over a year and a half now. Well, I look after Pakistan's interest in Scotland. I work under the High Commission and I provide service to Pakistani community and to British nationals who are wanting to travel to Pakistan. They're provided with consular services. Pakistani community is provided with various facilities over here, such as the Nadra card and passports, attestation of various documents. So all that is done in the consulate. We have over 70,000 Pakistanis in Scotland. So I not only look after Scotland but Northern Ireland as well. So where we have another 5,000. So as compared to other consulates, we are not all that overworked because we have 1.2 million Pakistanis approximately, people of Pakistani origin in the UK, and out of which only 70,000 are in Scotland. Typical Pakistani people, even if it's the newer generation which is born and bred here, they do resemble their parents a lot. They do have basic manners, etiquettes. They've carried forward their culture, they've carried forward their religion, and in fact they're doing good for themselves. Pakistani community in Scotland has contributed, I would say, in almost all fields. You have businesses, you have professionals who have gone into businessmen who've gone into businesses, you've got professionals who've gone into basic, all professional fields such as law, doctor, dentists. You have service providers, people who are running taxis, shopkeepers, and you name it, and over there we are. It's a beautiful country. It's a beautiful place. I hadn't ever worked in my career with such a big number of Pakistanis. My previous posting was in Hungary and I was in Budapest, and there were only 40 Pakistanis. So, and the amount of consular work I did there in 1 year that I do here in a few hours. So, so that's for the work part. But Scotland is beautiful. It's a very beautiful country. Pakistani population diaspora is now almost spread all over Scotland, right from south borders up to the north. They are there, and almost every town you would find some Pakistanis working in some field or the other. I wouldn't say that it's everywhere in the world people move. Migration is an ongoing process. Pakistanis moved even before Pakistan's birth. People who were from now part of Pakistan came to the UK or went to other countries, and after that also. It is good in a way that migration does help your country as such. For example, they send remittances back home, and Pakistan does benefit from that a lot. At the same time, people do a lot of charity work. Pakistanis are known to be having a very big heart and perhaps the biggest donors. And when they have had, when they're abroad, they can earn better. They can then, of course, in a better way, serve Pakistani people back home. They've made schools, hospitals, roads, and other infrastructure projects they've done. In the recent floods in Pakistan, we've seen a lot of flow of cash and kind from Pakistan, from the UK and specifically the Scotland going to Pakistan. British people going to other parts of the world also, and they have different type of obstacles. Lately, a lot of people went and invested in Spain, into the housing industry over there. They are coming back because they had obstacles over there. Every country has obstacles of its own kind. Pakistan, we must realize, is like you said, 64. It's a new country, and it's a developing nation. It's a developing country, and it will take time for us to reach the same level as we are sitting here in the UK. There are a lot of good things in Pakistan as compared to all other parts of the world. Current economic crisis all over the world, especially in the Europe and Americas. There's nothing of that sort going to ever happen in Pakistan, because over here everything was done on credit, and over there we are doing it with we buy property. If we have money, we go and buy it, and we own it. So nothing happens on credit. So there is no credit crunch sort of thing coming there. Of course, there are other type of problems which come there. So every country has its own problems and negative and positive things. The World Bank report on doing business in the world, Pakistan is considered to be number 6 on that. It's even higher than India and a lot of other countries in the region. Doing business in Pakistan is much more easier. You find a one-window operation over there rather than other countries or other developing countries. So in that way, if we go in through the proper way, it is of course much more easier to invest and to do business in Pakistan. We have embassies and consulates which are around 120 in all. In the UK, we have our High Commission, which is in London, in the capital, and then we have 4 consulates, one each in Birmingham, Manchester, Bradford and Glasgow. I guess they are honest with their business, honest with their own selves. They don't forget their religion. They don't forget where they came from, and they don't forget that they are one end of the day they are answerable to someone. So because of that, I guess they have been very, very successful. Starting off with £5 and owning a few hundred million now is in Scotland. It's a true story. Not one, not two, but many. Holding on to heritage is very important for any nation. You see museums, it's all got heritage in it, and people go to museums just to see what were they, where did they come from, what happened. So we are a new country, we are a new nation, we are all very young. We should not forget from where we came, and we should all look back at Pakistan, travel to and fro, so that we know where we were from. And I would encourage all parents to take their young children at least once in every 3 years to Pakistan, so that they know where did they belong. They get to know the language, they get to know people, they get to know society over there. And the most important is our religion, of course. We all get to know much more about the religion. Pakistani community here has done a wonderful job. You have contributed, arranged funds, and made not one, not two, hundreds of mosques for us all to go and practice our religion. And we should appreciate the fact that we have freedom of religion in this country, and we can freely practice our religion. The Pakistani community, they're very hardworking, and they have come up to expectations of all the people over here, and I'm sure we all look up to them, whichever field they are in. Drivers, bus conductors, shopkeepers, businessmen, doctors, lawyers, whatever field they are in, we are proud of them.